Hello YouTube, this is our car trip review. First we're going to do the car because I got to return it today after I get it cleaned out and all that stuff. But we're just going to give this a quick review anyway. You guys want to know the make and model of the car? Well, let's call this a Chevy Cruze RS. I think it was like that. I don't know what year it is. It's probably one of the workhorses they have. It's got over now. When I picked it up, it was over 63,000. Now it's about 65,000 miles. So it's a good workhorse for the car rental that rented this car to me. And we're about ready to return it. Right now, you've probably seen the colors on the thumbnails on the live show and other stuff. Let's get the full details on it. It's the car that we have rented. Nice. It's got Illinois plates. See? As the thing is Illinois plates. It's a nice car. Good shape. Runs good. I put it about $175 worth of fuel. Fuel prices on average was a little higher than I liked it to be this year, because it was higher last year in places. But yep, Chevy Cruze, looks like RS or R5, whatever, Illinois plates. It held a lot more stuff than it says in here, because I was able to get 3 luggages in upright, my laptop, extra blankets. You've probably seen pillows and blankets in our live streams and all that. So, yep. Good sized trunk. Back wipers do work. All the wipers work because we had to run our wipers. We had some rain in the when we did this and that. We'll be cleaning this out, vacuuming it out, and all that stuff before I return it. I like to return it somewhat clean. Going to return it the way you found it and that. But that's the back seat area. That's the front seat area and that. Cigarette lighter, which we don't smoke. We use it for charging our batteries for our cameras and all that stuff while en route. In case you want to know where we mount it, well, I'll mount our camera. You can almost guess on that part. Now I just gotta go make the final looks before I return this, and I gotta clean it out, car wash it, everything. And usually these particular models that looks like a mini SUV, I usually have pretty good luck with these vehicles. Fuel wise, mile wise, and all that stuff. A full tank of gas got me from here would have been easily to past Gary, Indiana. Because we had to do Great America and all that stuff and run around Chicago, we just felt it was just easier to fill up at Gary, Indiana. Now from Sandusky, we filled up at Sandusky. We decided to fill up at Gary, Indiana, so we can be safely go through Chicago. And from Gary, Indiana to home on a full tank of gas, it's really a half a tank from Gary, Indiana to here. Just under a half a tank of gas right now. I gotta fill it back up before I return it because I used somebody else's fuel when I got this car. Now someone else who rents this car after me will use my fuel. And eventually when I rent a car next year for vacation, I will use somebody else's fuel. Just see how that works? Yeah, it works fairly, doesn't it? Okay, now we'll join Angie and our trip review. Day by day trip review. We gotta do it day by day. It makes it a lot easier and a lot quicker. I hope Angie understand that part of the video because we gotta make a quick one today. But we're going to cover every details that notable details on our trip. Real quick here. It is a keyless ignition. All you have to do is step on the brake pedal and push a button to start the car. Hey, that sounds pretty good. Right now, let's finish up our trip review day by day. Most notable parts of our trip, the good, the bad, and of course, the downright ugly. He's not going to be able to join me on the rest of this review, okay. Alright, quick review. Here is this. Traveling to Illinois first, using the toll roads, mainly mainly the toll roads. In Illinois, it's all automated. So you're going to either need a transponder of any kind, iPass or EasyPass, or pay by the plate. We'll talk about the other states later in this video, like Ohio and Indiana. Okay, Six Flags Great America. We use a bundle pack. It's a good way to save money. It's a good way to save time. It's a one ticket for the driver. It's a one ticket option, and it's going for all the things throughout the whole day. So remember this: you need this for the whole day. If you got the bundle pack, okay. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. Okay. When you open the toll plaza, have this driver has this handy. Make sure you got the ticket. It says all day ticket, unlimited dining deal, and make sure it includes parking. Because it would say that on that list, if you look at it very closely, parking is included for general parking. So make sure you have that bundle includes parking. This is your way. Your parking is going to be prepaid. All they do, they scan this. They'll tell you go ahead. And once it's okay. Oh, by the way, one thing I hate about these one-day tickets, it's scheduled. You're going to have to schedule a day. So if you're traveling from park to park to park to park, you got to make sure you have plenty of time to schedule your days out correctly, okay? Unless you buy an any day ticket, use any day, you have no problem. But if you're scheduling your day, it's crucial you show up that day. Because if you change your day, it's going to be an upcharge. Let you guys know. Okay, you arrive the day of the park that you're scheduled to be there. You go scan this, and it'll let you in the parking lot. Make sure it's a bundle pack that includes parking. Then you take this to, it's going to include everything, guys, on this ticket. This is my ticket I used to get everything. Paid my parking, I got my admission, and it got my meals plus the drink. Drink is included in the meal plan at Six Flags Great America. Unfortunately, the meal options was not the best, but we had to go with what we had. Otherwise, I'll tell you later in the video where you're going to find the best meal plans as of this video. It's going to be amazing, all right? Okay, if you guys are going to be visiting around Chicago, I suggest to use a park and ride situation. What's a park and ride? Well, you take the CTA trains into Chicago. I suggest use the Cumberland Avenue park and ride. It is $6 for 12 hours, Monday through Friday. It's $6 on Saturday and Sunday. It takes you up to 14 hours. Now, there is an additional charge for every 2 hours after that. Usually it's about $1. And it goes up to up to $12. But if you lose your parking ticket, they'll charge you about $39-40. So don't lose your ticket. All you have to do is just go in. I don't have the actual ticket on me. I must actually throw it away because I all you keep the ticket anyway as an official a secondary receipt. But you're going to come up with a ticket. You're going to come up to the drive gate. You're going to push a button. It's going to receive a ticket. It's going to have 3 barcodes on one side. It'll also remind you, not just on the ticket, but going up the ramp, take the ticket with you. And that's very important because we put this in the video. Towards the end of that video on Wednesday, on that one Wednesday's video when we had a lot of issues, it was the tips and issue. It was ideas, tips, and issues video. Please check out the end of that video on that one. If you have not watched it all the way through, we showed you how to pay to get out of there and that. So. And there's another good tip. When you ride the CTA, we suggest to take the all-day, 24-hour, all-day access on the CTA. As of this video, it's only $5. You get a card like this out of machine. It's a little transponder card. I don't know if you can be able to look. You have to look up in the sunlight to see the wires and that. Just tap that card. Once you pay for your card, just tap it on the turnstile. Once it turns green and says go, you go on in, and you got your ride on the CTA. On the trains, it's free transfers. It's free transfers on the whole system. Just gotta make sure you follow the correct route. It's also good on CTA buses and PACE buses, only on certain routes. But on the buses, you gotta make sure you re-tap this every time you ride the bus. So just make sure you tap. Make sure it says, make sure it reads green and it says go, and you go on and you get in your seat. So, and we didn't really ride the buses anyway. This is mostly we use it on the CTA trains. And a little safety tip on riding the CTA trains in Chicago or any subway trains: ride with a partner or more. Ride with a partner, with a group, because you're less likely to get attacked. Now, it's not guaranteed you're going to be attack free. You're just going to increase your odds of not being attacked. Basically, if you ride solo, you're most likely you're going to get attacked by thugs, thieves, and you know what. So always ride with a partner or ride in a group. Increase your size of your group. The less likely you're not going to get attacked, but it's not guaranteed you're going to be attack free. It just increases your chances of not being attacked. Okay, everybody saw the live stream when we left Chicago going to Gary, Indiana. You saw how bad the traffic is. Traffic jam can happen at any time for any reason. Most of the traffic jams are usually people not paying attention to the exit. They're locals not paying attention to the exit. They're not in the right lanes. They cut people off, and they get a little fender benders. When they get a little fender bender, it causes traffic back up because you got the rubberneckers. People that stick their heads out, laugh at them, then about a few miles down the road, karma catches up to them, and now they're in a fender bender someplace else. It just creates a traffic headache. So pay attention when we're driving in and around big cities. Those traffic jams can be crazy. Sometimes this is how road rage gets beginning and that. So just keep your cool. Just plan ahead to leave early. If you're anticipating a traffic jam, plan to leave earlier than expected from your hotel to your next destination, because you can always kill time someplace else at a nice sit-down restaurant, which we did once we got out of Chicago, and when we found out we got back ahead of schedule, so we was able to sit down, have a nice sit-down restaurant someplace else down the road this way. But just get through the traffic jams. Simple. It's just be cool with it, okay? Because it's going to get worse someplace else, but you never know where. But traffic jams do happen. Even in the middle of Iowa, traffic jams can happen. Usually an accident, someone got pulled over for speeding, or some other thing where it just caused the traffic to come to a dead halt and slow down. And because people likes to rubberneck. We'll talk about all the hotels and hotels and campgrounds we stay at the end of this video. Right now it's Kings Island. They have a similar deal at Kings Island at Cedar Point, where basically it's an all day. Oh, by the way, I forgot about Six Flags Great America ticket, real quick. When you want to eat every day, you got to rescan your thing, real quick. Just forgot to mention that. Just forgot to mention about the ticket at Six Flags Great America comes down to the meal. You have to rescan this all the time, okay? Anytime you want to eat. Now, Kings Island and Cedar Point, we're going to cover this both tickets at the same time. It's a fun pack. Basically, it's what we call a, you gotta make sure the driver has a fun day bundle, and it will have a ticket that will read Kings Island, and the ticket that reads Cedar Point. We're gonna use the Cedar Point one because I can't find my Kings Island one. I could go on the computer and print one up. I don't want to waste time and paper for that. So we'll just use Cedar Point as an example because it's very similar programs. Identical programs throughout the Cedar Fair Park is identical. You're gonna get a fun day pass. Its prices will vary from day to day, on week to week, on what time of the year. Sometimes early in the year is cheaper. Weekends are more expensive because there's more demand. Weekdays tend to be a little cheaper. It's less demand. They want more people in the parks anyway. I can understand that. And and that, because I found that out on the ticket prices. Saturday and Sundays are usually more expensive because the parks are in more demand on those days versus Monday through Friday. Some Fridays can be a little higher too at times, depending on the park. Okay, like I said, I'm going to use the Cedar Fair. I'm going to use the Cedar Point to explain both Kings Island and Cedar Point. Okay, I just had a brain fart in that. So the Fun Day bundle. The driver is going to have the Fun Day bundle with everything included, parking, admission, and all-day dining. I'm going to explain something on that in a second here. So basically, once again, you have to be on the day you are scheduled. You're scheduled to be at these parks. It's the way it is nowadays, guys. They don't offer all day. They just want you. They want it scheduled, so this way they have an idea what days you're coming. So this way they know what to do and how to prep for the guests that's going to be scheduled to arriving that day. Staffing wise, it's going to help staffing wise in a way. But you are going to, on the day of arrival for Kings Island or Cedar Point, you're going to go up to the toll booth. You're going to scan the one ticket once. You're going to take this very same ticket. This is for the one who got the all-day bundle. Mostly the driver is going to get the full-day bundle. Everybody else is going to get the admission and meal plan, or a meal and drink plan, or whatever they need and that. So be aware of the prices on that situation. But when you come up to the parking booth on the day of your scheduled stop, you're going to get this scan. Both Kings Island is going to have its own ticket, guys. So I'm using Cedar Point as an example, okay? Because I'm talking about both parks. I'm going to be talking about, like I said, I'm talking about both parks. So on days you arrive at Kings Island or Cedar Point, you're going to scan your ticket once. You're going to go to the admission ticket office, up to the ticket window, the gates. After you pass security, you're going to scan this ticket again to allow you to get in. This is both at Cedar Point and Kings Island the day you arrive. Remember, this is the day you arrive. Then you go to any dining that allows all-day dining. You get the scan, and Six Flags, Kings Island and Cedar Point, all Cedar Hill parks will give you a nice little armband to wear, which I had removed already. But you get an armband and that. So that's what you do on that stuff. Then every 90 minutes you're allowed to eat. Now, what about the bottles? Okay, let's let's talk about the bottles real quick. The bottles. Okay, you see two different bottles here. One for the Cedar Fair parks. I'll give you a little secret on that real quick. And one for Great America, Six Flags Great America. Great America is run theirs differently because they'll give you the whole bottle. They do have a barcode right there, but they don't really use that barcode for quicker service and for much quicker service. They'll give you like a band around your bottle. There's a little barcode there. They give you the date of the day you arrive. This is our day of arrival at Six Flags Great America. And it just allows us to refill for the whole day. Now, after the certain day, there's an upcharge for refilling your sodas if you bring back the same bottle. But plan on, don't matter if it's Cedar, don't matter if it's Great America or Cedar Point or Cedar Fair parks. Try to get, if you're going to be there for multiple parks for multiple days, different days scheduled, try to get a seasoned drink. It'd be cheaper. We found that out on our things. Okay, Cedar Fair. We got this at Kings Island, and also we got them at Cedar Point. So Kings Island, we got you get free refills the day of the thing. They just scan that barcode, or they scan it twice for the purchase to activate that barcode, and they'll scan it every time you get a refill. And refills on all drinks at all parks are going to be around 15 minutes on average. Usually some people go around 20 to 30 minutes to refill them anyway, and all that stuff. Because we stayed at Kings Island, we got this one. We spent like $20, and we spent another $20 on 2 days. We spent like $40 for me and Angie for 2 days at Cedar Point. And we realized time we added it all up, we could have gotten a all season for the full season for one price and got free refills throughout the thing, or got a discount price. But we wasn't for sure. They changed their policies on it. So what we did was we did the next best thing. We bought two Kings Island cups for that day, 2 Cedar Point cups for day 1, and 2 more for day 2. So this way we're guaranteeing free refills for the whole day, and it pays for itself too on all of it. So I think we did a good deal on that. Okay, the meal options on everything. Like I said, Six Flags Great America on the meal options is when you go to Six Flags Great America or any Six Flags park. It may vary from park to park. Leave it down in the comments down below. But this is definitely at Six Flags Great America if you got a meal plan. Make sure you have this ticket with you. They will rescan it every single time you go eat. They do not give you an armband. You have to use this ticket again for all your meals. So it's not just this fun packet is good for parking, admission, and your first initial meal. It's also your other meals. Every 90 minutes, you have to have this ticket to rescan. Now, like I said, when it comes to Kings Island and Cedar Point, I'm going to use the Cedar Point ticket plan. It's just going to come down to this. It's going to come down to the initial barcode, and they'll give you an armband when you eat. The drinks is an upcharge at Cedar Point and Kings Island, where Six Flags Great America, it's included. So you probably get a better deal on the meal and drink at Six Flags Great America, but you're going to spend more for the upcharge for the sodas at the Cedar Fair parks. Now let's talk about the meals, because this is where I think Cedar Fair leads it in a way, especially at Cedar Point. The meal options at Six Flags Great America, not a whole lot, nothing wow about. We had some chicken tenders; they were kind of dry. French fries was kind of cold, and the pizza was kind of lackluster, and the burgers we didn't even bothered, and that so. So basically, meal-wise, wasn't the greatest. We just waited till we got out of the park and got a better burger options and all that stuff. So we just waited until after we got out of the park for that one. Kings Island, I recommend their La Rosa pizza place. They get 2 nice sliced pizzas, 2 things. And it was pretty nice, pretty filling. But I'm going to tell you a little secret after the meal options and that. Because I'm going to teach you a little secret if you're a light eater. But right now, let's talk about Cedar Fair food. Let's finish the Kings Island food. It's okay, but I recommend the pizza option. It's really good, really delicious. Satisfying because you get 2 slices of pizza, 2 breadsticks, and a lot of people, it seems like they like that deal. They all went for that. There's other meal options we didn't check out at Kings Island. There was another place you got 2 corny dogs and fries. That was pretty filling there too. And some places you can get tacos and burritos, but we didn't check those out. So and that. Now let's go to Cedar Point. Wow, did we hit a grand slam on this one, guys? Meal plans at Cedar Point. What options? Not just your chicken tenders. We showed you some chicken tenders. I don't think we even touched the chicken tender. We had what you call chicken vittles, which is basically a chicken nugget, and it was really good. Then we had I think we ended up with tenders one time. We were a little disappointed on the tender side, on the chicken tender side. But when we hit the grand slam, the home run, it would say, wow, why is it part of the meal plan? Well, here it is. It is part of the meal plan. Take advantage of it if you're at Cedar Point. If they offer it on a meal plan, take advantage of it. Go to one of their steakhouses. The newest one that used to have a ride there. Sometimes like a country kitchen. I showed you in the video. It is just amazing. You had some, you can get chicken drumsticks. I mean, actual chicken drumsticks. You can get chicken tenders. That one we didn't really care for. Wasn't really wow about. But what was wow about was the steak. You get slivers of steak. And you get your whatever size you want. And it's part of the meal deal. You can get a side salad. You can get a big, nice, healthy side salad. That's usually most of the places. Or any other salad. Or you can get, I even had a bowl chili with one of the meals. Angie had her tenders. I had the chili and biscuit. Biscuits were fantastic there. And if you go to that Grand Pavilion, this is the home run of all home runs. This is what I call a double grand slam because we ate it twice. We had funnel cake fried shrimp. You get 6 pieces of the funnel cake fried shrimp. Any side that is available, including all the salads that's available as a side. You get one side. You choose whatever side you want, and you get a biscuit. Price-wise, you pay money. If you pay by your because all these parks are cash free, so if you pay by a credit card or debit card, it's going to cost you more. If it's on an armband deal, which is at both Cedar Fair parks, you can have this every 90 minutes and be satisfied. You're gonna, like I said, it was wow. They do have sirloin steak there. They did have, because it's a lakeside area, they did offer fish, so you can have your own fish and chips there, and all that good stuff. It was just fantastic in that. Now I'll tell you a secret if you guys are light eaters. Okay. Here's a little secret. If you guys want to eat light, don't want to eat too much, you don't want to waste too much food and that, here's what Angie and I did at all the parks. Kings Island, Cedar Point, even at Six Flags Great America, we only bought one meal plan. Bought one. And what we did was we ended up sharing our food throughout the whole day. So this way, if we get hungry later, a little quicker, we just go get another meal after the 90 minutes has elapsed. And after 90 minutes elapsed, if we get a little hungry again, we just go get another meal that we can share. We did this at Great America. Kings Island, the reason I did this at Kings Island, because of that pizza. Remember, I told you, 2 slices of pizza, 2 breadsticks. Guess what? I had a slice of pizza and a breadstick. Angie had the other slice of pizza and a breadstick. And it was satisfying for both of us and that. So, and the shrimp. Technically. What I did was, Angie ate the shrimp, I ate the biscuit and a salad. And the second time we ate, we split part of the shrimp, part of the steak fries, and I ended up having the biscuit because Angie don't like biscuits anyway. And when we had the steak, she ate about 4 or 5 pieces. I ate the other 4 or 5 pieces. So it was like 10 pieces. It varies by weight. They go by weight, so it varies how many slices you get. She had 5 slices. It was satisfying for her, and I had 5 slices. We split the fries, and I ended up having the biscuit. So, but otherwise, it was very satisfying for both of us and that. And we found out it was a lot cheaper, and because we're not wasting food. She's not wasting a whole lot of food. I'm not wasting a whole lot of food because I get full in a hurry for some reason nowadays, and that. So it's best to, if you're both are light eaters, share the food. That is great. Okay, let's talk about the accommodations that we had throughout our trip. The accommodations, we stayed at 2 different Motel 6s. The one in Chicago had a pretty good secure situation. They give you a thing you have to put up in your window for every night you stay. If it's not in the window, they ticket it and tow your vehicle. Don't want that, so make sure when you stay at the Super 8 at Velcro, at Elk Grove Village, make sure you have that ticket in the window overnight. So this way, when security goes around, they'll see that the car is properly supposed to be there. And what they do when the vehicles are not supposed to be there, they get them ticketed and towed. Just make sure you have that piece of paper in the on the dashboard of your car. Make sure your car is locked too. On top of that, they do not offer free breakfast. They did offer free coffee in the morning. The one in Chicago. Ice machine upstairs on the second level. You have to find it on the staircase. That's where most ice machines are located. It's usually in the staircase of some kind. The ice machine broke down, so I had to go downstairs for ice and that. Now, and it did not. And for the price we paid, it did not even include a mini fridge. Now let's go to Dayton's Motel 6. It's a little bit more run down. It looks like it had some issues with it, security issues. Yes, there was light bulbs burned out in some of the rooms. Our room was just passable. It was kind of dated in a way. But one thing it did had advantage of, it had a better internet. It's probably one of the best internets we had throughout the whole trip. For being a rundown motel, it had the best internet because I was able to upload some videos up there pretty quicker, faster than Chicago. But wait till we hear about the campground next. But it had a mini fridge and it was cold too. So we saved money on ice there. So that was good. We saved money on ice. And we don't have to worry about trying to find an ice machine because the only ice machine was in the office. Chances are that machine's usually out of ice anyway. So having a mini fridge in that room was good. The internet was awesome. Even was run down and dated. It slept comfortable anyway, but it was just depending on your neighbors how active they are. Even up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, they were pretty active and that. So it's just one of those things that did happen. That was probably the only drawback we had at the one at Dayton is not just the noise from the interstate. I mean, we dealt with that one before. It's just that the deal with the neighbors with their excessive noise, even at 2 a.m. local time. It'd be like 1 a.m. our time. But otherwise, wasn't bad. We slept good. We slept in, and just got up and got going to our next accommodation, which is the KOA Holiday now. Used to be called the Bayshore Estates Campground. Then the KOA got it. Then the owners that originally went to the KOA changed some ideas. They added a new pool back in 2016. Found out one of the guys who was building it had a heart attack. I guess the owners sold to somebody else. They got new management, and their management changed the whole park. Now, here's where we had the issue. We had internet, but we was able only to look at like emails or post something on Facebook. That's basically it. You'd be lucky enough to watch YouTube videos. Now, uploading YouTube videos is a zero. It will not let you upload anything through that internet. That internet was so weak at best. I barely even posted pictures of our stay at the campground because the internet was so weak. And as for uploading videos, it was impossible. I told members that the videos were going to be late, technically, all because of that issue. It was probably the worst internet we had on the whole trip. So we just have to be aware on that situation. Then there's what the advantage was, the cabins were small. It was a little warm at times, but it had a nice mini fridge. So we able to use that to our advantage. And it had an awesome fire pit, which I don't think you guys even see that on the video. If you guys did, take a look at that fire pit. It was an awesome fire pit. We used it twice. And the pool, we didn't get much pool scenes at all because of being, I did not bring my GoPro, my waterproof GoPro. So I did not bring my GoPro, but they had 2 pools open finally after 2016. When the guy was having a heart attack. So they got both pools open. I thought they were going to close one, but they decided to keep both pools open because it gets pretty busy, pretty packed. So I guess having 2 pools. The playground was okay for the kids, and they had a little craft store. They also do they do like Friday and Saturday night movies sessions in there. So not bad. The game room, non-existent because they turned it to a little cafe. They just put a little kitchen in there, little short orders. Menu could be a little bit better there. I mean, they could have added something more to the menu besides just tenders, cheese sticks, and French fries. I mean, they could have just had, could have just put a little griddle and had burgers, fries. And they had a pizza there, and I don't know if that was freshly made or not, or just frozen or whatever, but not a whole lot of people used the kitchen except for breakfast. Breakfast, because we stayed in the cabin, we got pancakes for free every day. Just on the final day, we didn't chose to have pancakes. And pancakes, they give you a lot of pancakes, and they're pretty on the thick side, too. So you're going to get 4 pancakes, and you have to get your own syrup. You have to get they'll give you about 3 or 4 butters for your whole pancakes. They give you 1 glass of orange juice. A second glass is for $1. And it was pretty filling because both days we ate pancakes. Angie and I ate pancakes. She only able to eat 2. I could barely eat 3. And we ended up wasting the rest. But we told them that we don't want as many pancakes. They said, no, we have to give everybody 4. That's it. So everybody got 4 pancakes for free. If you stayed in one of those rustic rooms, you have to show them the key to get those free pancakes. If you don't show them the key, you're paying $7 for all those pancakes. And if you pay $7 for the pancakes, you better eat every single bite of it too. And finally, our thoughts on our way home. We took the toll roads home, as always. It was quicker. We took the Ohio Turnpike. All we had to do is go up to the booth. You probably saw this on the live stream. We pull up to the booth, push a button, we get a ticket, and we're on our way. And pay according to where you exit. You pay according to where you exit, except for the service plazas. When you exit to the service plaza, you're still... you gotta get to the state like a 24-hour time. They give you like 24 hours to get through the state. To complete your travels through the state, they'll give you 24 hours. So this way, you have time to take a little cat nap here and there, and that, and taking a little fast food restaurants. They got better choices there compared to some of the Indiana ones. When we exit to get to Maumee, Ohio, to go to Tim Hortons, we was told by that attendant, we asked them if they're plan to go automated. They said, yeah, they're planning to go on automated. And they're just right now, it's in debate. They're going to look into the idea. And to look how the idea, they're going to run it just similar to Illinois. Transponder and pay-by-plate issues. So that could be coming soon in the state of Ohio. So kind of give you a heads up on that. Indiana, we didn't talk a lot. We didn't talk to any attendants in Indiana. We just got our ticket, got through there. We made a stop at an Elkhart. It's usually our main stop. But what we saw at the Elkhart service plaza there, and I'm going to tell Angie, we're going to pass that from now on. We're just going to go right on past. Service was terrible. Restrooms are too small. We had a female attendant when we were doing our thing, and when all the men is in there, I wasn't the only one. It was me and 3 other guys doing our business, and we got a female attendant just doing her business. And the worst part was, me and this other guy, we was at our private urinals. It was not completely enclosed. I mean, it was let's put it this way, a hot show. I'll just leave it to that. Down in the comments down below. But yeah, it was not really a nice, pleasant experience at all. The truckers hate it. We heard a lot of truckers complaining about it. They say they don't like it. They hate it. Does not offer a whole lot of service for them. They said they pass that place up to themselves in the near future. They said if their service, I heard one trucker said, I don't care if my service clock it runs out at this point. I'm just going to go someplace else. I don't care if he gets a fine or not. He said, anything better than staying at the Elkhart service plaza. They took a nice thing and just turned it to a total dump. All thing they had was a chicken restaurant, 7-Elevens. Nothing wrong with 7-Elevens. I've always liked 7-Eleven products, but the restrooms in there was a hot mess. Especially when you get female attendants working in a men's room. I wonder if they have a man working in a women's restroom. I asked Angie that. Did that happen? She said no. Alright, I know this video is a little long, but it's our review video, and that this might help you guys to watch out. There's better service plazas in Indiana. I think the best one I saw was in LaPorte. I suggest take that one. That has better food options, and I'm pretty sure the restrooms are much bigger than that. I'm always familiar with the Ohio restrooms. What it is, I explain this to people, they still don't get it. You walk into a men's room, you go either left or right for the men's room. There's a reason for this. If they close one down for cleaning and maintenance, they keep one open. So doesn't matter if you're male or female. If you close one down, close one half it down for cleaning. It can be male or female cleaning that while the other one's open. And when that's done, they open it back up. They close the other one. They let everybody get out first. If they close that one, clean that one. Women's restroom, exact same thing. You go into the women's restroom, you walk your left or right, and they keep both open, or if one needs maintenance or cleaning, they close one half down, the other one open. Because they do that to provide service for the travelers. That is what it's all about, guys. Proper service to the travelers, especially when Mother Nature calls. You got to keep those restrooms open. Elkhart, I will not go there. Portage, I have Portage, Elkhart, and I think there's one other place I just totally avoid on the Indiana toll roads. Because they just turn what used to be a nice place, turn it to a hot mess. I would recommend LaPorte. It looks to be bigger and maybe done right. They have more food. They have a little better food options there too, in case you get hungry and need a quick bite to eat. I think the LaPorte location would be the best one to go to. It's just east of LaPorte exit, technically, guys. If you're going eastbound or just before you get to the LaPorte exit, westbound. So that's basically it. And of course, the Illinois toll roads they have changed a lot of their oases out, and most of them are getting to be a hot mess. If I had to pick one that you go to, I would say the one we saw going out to Ohio, on our way to Ohio, was a good one. That's what it's supposed to look like. But I think the best one we attended when we stopped at DeKalb was okay. But the best one was the Lake Forest one, because you got your eastbound, you got your northbound restrooms, and you got your southbound restrooms. If they close one up for maintenance, you can always walk across that bridge to the other side of the highway where you can have those dining. Where it's at, it's like a bridge across the other way. You can use those restrooms if they're open, or vice versa in that. I know this was a long video. You saw the car. You hear me come. You saw our ticket plans, our drink plans, and that. It's maybe a good idea. Remember, is this: as you watch this video, as it gets older, it's just anything. As it gets older, plans can change on the fly without notice. So when you go to the amusement parks, some of those meal plans can change without notice. They may invoke new policies because of what I said on this channel. Always happens. Just be aware just have a heads up and all that stuff. And when we buy the drinks online, you're going to pay the same price at the park. Your best deal is to get the bundle pack, but you don't want to waste parking just to get a meal plan and all that stuff. I just buy the meal plan separately and add it on as an add-on to your ticket. Remember, when you go to these parks, if they do not offer any day admission, you're going to be required to schedule your day. Make sure you arrive to that day you're going to be there, because if you're going to change days, there's a chances are they will upcharge it. They'll add more money to upcharge to change your day, technically. So be aware of that on top of that. Otherwise, I think we covered everything. Just remember this. Always do your homework, guys and gals out there. Do your homework on everything I said, okay? When you go to these amusement parks and when you plan on your toll roads adventures, please do your homework on that. Do it what's simple for you. I recommend to get a transponder for your tolls. I recommend the Easy Pass, because this way you're guaranteed you've got all the states covered. Illinois iPass do work in other states that has an Easy Pass, but I'm not guaranteeing it right now, as things has changed over the years. Okay? That is it. We're out of here. Please like, share, subscribe, don't forget to subscribe by the notification bell. I hope you like this long review video. I know it's a long one, and I had to do a retake on this because when I made the one before, I had a little situation on my nose. It didn't look good, so that's why I had to redo it. Alright, we'll see you guys later.